how can these families continue to honor these deaths by keeping the dreams of these children and teachers alive? Again, how can the loss of these lives matter? It seems that something is different.
Actor and Uvalde native Matthew McConaughey making a passionate plea for gun control at the White House press briefing room today.
In that spirit, and I hope it's received in that way as well. And I completely agree. We do have to come together as a country, and I think there is common ground that can be had.
I think it was delivered brilliantly. What he did was he had both the intellectual as well as the emotional pieces combined.
Matthew McConaughey was speaking at the White House. Why? Because he's not MAGA. Obviously, they wouldn't have any MAGA person there. So Matthew, I don't respect this. I'm not for you on this. He's at the White House, and I agree with some of the things he said, and then he got into the gun control because that's what he was really there for.
We need to invest in mental health care. We need safer schools. We need to restrain sensationalized media coverage. We need to restore our family values. We need to restore our American values.
I'm there for you, everything. So far, bro, I'm with you on everything.
We need to invest in mental health care.
Mental health care. Bet. That's a big problem. You got a guy dragging around dead cats and nobody knows anything or says anything that he offed.
We need safer schools.
Safer schools? Bet.
We need to restrain sensationalized media coverage.
Talk about that every day.
We need to restore our family values.
That's a good comment. And that pretty as shocking as the restoring family values is like an anti-left position. So yes, I'm with you. Keep on going, Matt.
Restore our American values.
Keep on going, Matt.
And we need responsible gun ownership. Responsible.
Come again, my nickel. What did you say? What does that mean? Of course you need responsible gun ownership, but what does that mean? I don't understand what you're meaning. Are you meaning like how to be safe when you own a gun?
We need responsible gun ownership. Responsible gun ownership. We need background checks.
Whoa, that took a hard left. So we're talking about family values and mental health and keeping the kids safe. And you've got me and you're kind of reeling me in, Matt. I'm like, you got to the White House and you're staying true to your values. And then hard left. Gun control. Are you familiar with the Second Amendment, Matt? Are you proposing that we amend the Constitution?
We need to raise the minimum age to purchase an AR-15 rifle to 21.
No, we don't. Now you've completely lost me, Matt. What are you talking about?
We need a waiting period for those rifles. We need red flag laws and consequences for those who abuse them.
Damn, Matt. I don't even know if you know what that means, bruh. Woo! I talked about how these, Civil Rights Act, all these laws can be abused. You're setting us up for failure with these type of things. I thought he was going to run for something, wasn't he? Ooh, thank God, no. No, Matt. I'm out.
These are reasonable, practical, tactical regulations to our nation.
They're tactical. I'm with you on that. They're definitely tactical. Tactical against the people. It's real tactical to take away the self-defense options of people who not you necessarily, Matt, but people just completely ostracize and think are the dregs of society, below plebs, and you want to take away their means of self-defense. That is tactical. That's for sure.
Nations, states, communities, schools, and homes. Responsible gun owners are fed up with the Second Amendment being abused and hijacked by some deranged individuals. These regulations
and any right can be abused.
Are not a step back. They're a step forward for a civil society and the Second Amendment.
Yeah, it is for a civil society by his definition, and what he wants you to do is obey. So it does make for a civil society for obeying. And the reason why I bring Matt into this conversation is, again, he's the only reason he's there at the Biden White House is because he's not MAGA. They wouldn't have him up there any other, even with the same message, they wouldn't have him up there. So you go to the White House. Here's what I would have respected, Matt, and they wouldn't have invited you. If you would have started with what you started with.
We need to invest in mental health care.
Bet.
We need safer schools.
Word.
We need to restrain sensationalized media coverage.
Preach.
We need to restore our family values.
Amen.
We need to restore our American values.
God bless America.
And?
No, and. Well, you could say, and I hope we all agree with those things. So why don't we start there? We don't agree on the gun stuff, the gun control stuff, and the compromise is already happening. The same thing as if they repeal Roe v. Wade, it's left up to the states. There are states who, in my opinion, are violating the Second Amendment, and I think that's the compromise, Matt. You're trying to federalize it. So if Matt would have went there and said, stop with the gun stuff. Do you agree with everything I just said? Or no, maybe not. Do you agree with anything I just said? Well, let's do a bill on that. Let's start there. That I would have respected that. This what you did, Matt? Man, stick to the commercials, bro. Come out with the next electric Escalade or whatever, man. Don't come up here with politics. You're not a populist. You're a waste of my time. I don't have a problem with the politician coming, celebrity becoming politician, stepping up and trying to do stuff like that. No problem at all, of course. That's their prerogative. They can do that. But now, when you come with that message, and really an anti-populist message, an anti-people message, can't do it with you, bro. I hope that he learned something from that moment. I don't know if he's going to change his mind. But a lot of people that were on Matt's side and vouched for Matt, they're not vouching for Matt anymore. He's really the reason for that. He's the reason. No one to blame but himself for that.